Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Starfield.
If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
You're right, we should try and find out.
I don't mind taking a detour to gather data. Only thing we'd lose is time, really.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Alright, we're gonna head over and figure out what he has to say. Trying to figure out who these Starborn are and more about them so we can kind of track them down and see what's going on. Since they attacked both the Lodge and the Eye, killing Sarah and demanding to take the artifacts from us, so we can't just let that continue to happen. We need some more information, and hopefully this guy can tell us something useful.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
Oh, he's over there. I thought he was in the building, but I guess he's just somewhere behind the building.
Yes, exactly. It's like when someone insults...
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
We need to talk about unity.
Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Okay, maybe he does have something to tell us.
To know who's holding the purse strings, you know?
Alright, we're gonna head over there and see what he's gonna tell us. This must be their little headquarters. I'm guessing you can join them like a faction.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
It started with the discovery of anomalies, the artifacts, and we were attacked by Starborn.
Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
So let's hear the story
In my
then.
story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
It's an odd saying, very specific.
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
I guess we'll talk to them.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, at least we don't have to leave the planet to talk to both of these factions, but let's go figure out what information both of them have.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Okay, no bounty.
They're just gonna let us walk right in? I guess so.
No funny stuff with that booster pack. Got enough light traffic as it is.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
He sent both of us to ask more incessant questions, actually.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
So the Keeper spoke of a pilgrim.
You don't need to tell us. We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Okay. It's weird.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Then we are done. Leave me.
Seems like there wasn't much significant about that, aside from maybe the numbers that they told us. Either that or that was just a lot of gibberish. No, we'll see what the other faction has to say and if we can piece something together. If not, this might just be a waste of our time.
Security. They're busier than normal these days.
Okay, at least we just have to go down to the well. There isn't much to this quest. We at least don't have to leave the planet. I never seem to come down here much. Not until I got chased by the hunter and we had to run through here. I really didn't explore the well much. Okay, where's the way into this place? Can't go in through the window, I don't think. Oh, how did I miss this?
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
The Keeper sent us.
The Unity Pilgrim in particular, if that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
It's a hidden message?
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Okay.
Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Alright, let's try and piece this all together, but mostly what I'm getting out of this is a lot of numbers.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
We learned about the word the second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
They fought for 4 times 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
Something about infinite addendum.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum? That's a
Yes,
system?
That's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
No idea. It just seems like a mess.
The sanctum will always be here for those who seek it.
Alright, let's go fly to this planet and see what we can find here. Hopefully this is leading us to track down the Starborn and get some answers. It's a lot of just riddles and puzzles so far.
This abandoned homestead is actually rather charming.
Alright, we found the Pilgrim's Rest. I guess this is his final resting place. Okay, so you find 5 books and you use them to unlock this room. Basically asks you questions from each one of the books you find. It's a lot of reading and not much in them really makes sense aside from just unlocking this door. Okay. So this is just going to be another puzzle for us to solve. We have to fly to Hylia 2 and find the scorpion sting that hides the truth. Okay, I guess we're gonna go fly to this planet and try and figure out what this is talking about. But it seems to be just one riddle after another so far. I hope they're not wasting our time while something bigger is happening. Alright, we've made it here, and there seems to actually be something ahead in the distance. Okay, so we have this star puzzle, and above this thing kind of looks like a scorpion. We also have a planet full of these alien life forms that kind of resemble some sort of insect. I hope it's not pointing at them in some way. I first landed here, I thought maybe it was talking about the tails of those insects. Okay, so I found some controls for this thing. Can we actually move something using this? Okay, so I'm guessing this tail of this star formation is the scorpion's tail. Let's try moving the light over that. I don't know, it's not really telling us anything. Maybe I'm missing a clue somewhere, but I'm gonna try and get it over the final star in this cluster and see if that reveals anything. This is just guesswork at this point. Gotta be another text or something I missed. Okay, so that actually did something. Guessing we're using these coordinates to figure out what's here.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
The Keeper sent us to find the meaning of unity?
He did. Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
All right, we're gonna dock.
See? We can all get along. For now.
I don't know if we can trust them, but we're gonna find out next time on more Starfield. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come see our next episode. Bye for now.